Shalom Yasharallah, giving all praise and glory to the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's worthy to be praised for everything. As always, I'm going to start with Colossians 3:17, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So, I'm looking at, the Spirit was moving me and looking at plagues, that's on this earth right now. It's a plague that's on this earth. Plagues, I might say, that's on this earth. And I don't think people really realize how the Most High have his hand in it and how a lot of people are being put to death by the Most High. They going. They leaving up out of here. Let's look at, since all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior, and we give thanks to the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, let's go to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Because Ezra was giving the law back. Plus, and then some, that a lot of people don't even know, don't have a clue of. Because the Protestant church took this out. So let's look at 2nd Ezra, 15th chapter. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. Who's the Most High's people? The 12 tribes of Israel. But all y'all say y'all the Most High's people, just as long as you call on the name of the Lord, is they tell what y'all say? As long as you call on the name of Baal, that's Lord. Baal and Baal. Man, they got you saying all kind of things, man. Y'all all twisted, man. A lot of people are twisted, and all is a certain number. Understand this, understand this. So, who are the Most High's people? Defined in Exodus 3 and 10. Come now, therefore, and I will send you unto Pharaoh, talking to Moses and Aaron, that thou mayest bring forth my people. Who's the Most High's people? The children of Israel out of Egypt. Okay? So the Most High people are the 12 tribes of Israel, who we are. Going back to Exodus 15. Now we know that he's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel when he says, my people. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. So I'm speaking to you in your ears. I know all you have ears that you can hear me. And you, the children of Israel. That's what we're talking to. Anybody else, just listen to what he's saying to us, the 12 tribes of Israel. The words of prophecy. Prophecy is something that's going to happen in the future, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Most High, and cause them to be written in paper. That's why we have it in the book of Ezra and all the rest of the books. For they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee. See? The Most High don't give us the spirit of fear. Say, don't fear the imagination against us. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. See, everything, no matter what it is always coming back to us, the 12 tribes of Israel. You notice it. I've noticed it. For all the unfaithful, all you that don't have faith in the Most High, shall die in their unfaithfulness. All you that's going to trust in man, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness. All you that don't have faith in the Most High, what do you say? Shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said the Most High, I will bring plagues. You know what he said? Behold, I will, said the Most High. Let me get that straight. You know what the Most High saying? I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword. People getting killed. Gunfire and wars and so forth. Famine. You go in the stores, you see empty shelves. You ain't used to see no empty shelves. Famine is coming on a high level. I hope you're able to stand this. Death. I've seen more death last year than ever in my life. And destruction. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of. That's what most I we just went over. Proverbs 1, the first chapter, the 24th verse down. The Most High say gonna bring calamity and destruction. And the wicked say, when salvation come on this earth in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7, we weird ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. We have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, who we serve, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the Mashiach Yahushua telling us in Matthew 15:24, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We have not known it. So they ain't knowing the way of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, but yet and still our people going to follow them. One way or the other. Whether you say you are or you say you're not. You trusted in this world. That's why he said, hey, behold, said the Most High, I, that's the Most High, will bring plagues upon the world. Now you're going to question him how he going to do it. He's doing it. It's in the earth right now. One after the other after the other. Now how you going to withstand it? On your own, or how you feel? The sword. You got to go against all this. This is what's up against you. All you that's unfaithful, they say you're going to kill. That's going to die. That don't believe in him. You claim you believe in him, but you don't believe in him because he said, hey, you proving that you don't. And you're going to die. He going to kill you. Listen, behold, said the Most High. This ain't me, this the Most High. I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. You hear that? Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. What's wicked? Anything that's not righteous, not according to the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, going against the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws. Anything going against that is wicked. That's what I say. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Man. And their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, said the Most High, since they want to do all the things that's against the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, and tell the people that we not under the law, whose laws are they? They're the Most High's law. I will hold my tongue no more, he said. See, I ain't holding my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. And you realize you're wicked if you don't believe in him. You don't even know him, he don't know you. He's got something for you too. If you stick around and hear what he have to say, thus say the Most High. I will hold my tongue no more. See, I ain't being quiet no more. As touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things of being wicked, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. He said, I'm gonna get you. Don't think he don't see you. He said, I'm gonna get you. Behold, the innocent in righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Hear that? But all you that have killed us, murdered us unjustly. And as it says in Zechariah 11 and 5, whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. That's what he's saying. And our people are the same way, killing each other. And you a murderer if you hate your brother. You a murderer if you hate your sister. Thus say the Most High. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually to the Most High. And therefore said the Most High, I will surely avenge them. Hear that? For everything that falls into the hands of living power. He said, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. There'll be a whole lot of people dying. The children of Israel gonna be led as a sheep to the slaughter. You know how sheep, you got one sheep go up, and boom, they follow him. That's what go up. Seeing that one dead, they're going to keep on following him. Then that's what he said we are. A flock led to the slaughter. He bringing the plagues on earth. He say going to be the plague. Now the plague's here. Now you're going to see the people dropping. But what did he say? Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Check it out. And that's captivity, slavery, and bondage. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm when he deliver us and smite Egypt. Modern day Egypt is where? Right here in America, this Western Hemisphere. With plagues, see what he said? Go, you look at Deuteronomy 28:68, say, and the Most High gonna send thee into Egypt, which is captivity, slavery, and bondage, again another time. How? With ships. By the way, wherever I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there, when you go on these ships, you're gonna be sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall save you. Buy you, it says. Save you from the condition that we put ourselves in by not following the Most High's laws and commandments and statutes and judgments. We did it to ourselves. Because he said this one, you're going to see, he's going to say, this is what I'm going to do. We knew what he's going to do. There ain't no question about it might happen. Ain't no might in the Bible. Maybe ain't in the Bible. It could happen. No, it did happen. He said it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Now you're going to hear the things that we talk about now, that we going through. You running your mouth, most I said he's going to do these things. And then some. Because he going to be all in all. He going to get a name. He's got to show you what kind of name he got before. And then right now, he going to get a name for this particular time that we in now. Understand, overstand this. This is what he said. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues. Hear that? With plagues as before. He going to smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy all the land thereof. He going to destroy this place. He going to bring plagues on America and all the allies everywhere we scattered. He said he bringing plagues on those that are holding the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, in captivity as before. You know what he said? So that's not talking about Egypt over there in Africa. He's talking about right here. It said, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Now, when you understand the Most High's ways and his thoughts are not our ways and thoughts, so you can't be looking at how he's going to do it. He's doing it. It's right in my face right now. He'll use anybody to do what he want to do. But what he says he's going to do is happening right now. Which one are you paying attention? Because you can see it's happening. So, let's look at it. He said like he did in Egypt, right? Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. He said, what he say? He said, hold on. He said, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Right? So ain't talking about Egypt, the land of Egypt. What would he smite Egypt for? What's going on in Egypt today? Nothing. He's talking about America. It's talking about captivity, slavery, and bondage. When you read Exodus 22, it says Egypt is defined as captivity, slavery, and bondage. That's what it says, as before. And will destroy all the land thereof, right? So let's go to Exodus. Uh, wait a minute. Hold up. Let's look at Exodus, the 7th chapter. Go to Exodus 7th chapter. Look at some of these plagues. Let's look at what the Most High can do. So, because a lot of y'all probably forgot about it. Y'all think the Most High is just wherever y'all make him to be. Let's start at verse 14. Exodus 7 and 14. Let's look at some of these plagues he did. And the Most High said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart, which is the mind, is hardened. He refuses to let the people go. Get thee unto Pharaoh in the morning. Lo, he goeth out unto the water, and thou shalt stand by the river's brink. Against he come. And the rod which was turned to a serpent shalt thou take in thine hand, and thou shalt say unto him, the Most High power of the Hebrews have sent me unto thee, saying, let my people go. We didn't define who the Most High's people are, the 12 tribes of Israel. But we in captivity under these Egyptians. Most High said, tell Pharaoh, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hitherto thou wouldest not hear. Thus said the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In this thou shalt know that I am the Most High. See, I'm gonna say, before we finish, Most High will, he gonna get him a name again. Like he said, he gonna smite Egypt as he did before. That's why we here. Y'all better listen to what he's saying. Don't think that he can't do it again. He said it like before, didn't he? That's why we're looking at it. Thus said the Most High, over and over again. In this thou shalt know that I am the Most High. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in mine hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood. And the fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink of the water of the river. They're going to desire to drink of the water of the river, but it's going to be blood. And Most High spake unto Moses, saying unto Aaron, take thy rod and stretch out thine hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, that they all, their pools of water, that they may become blood. Blood. In all the waters that they would have to drink. Throughout all the land of Egypt. Remember, he's going to smite Egypt as before. That's why we're looking at it. Both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. And Moses and Aaron did so as the Most High commanded, and he lifted up the rod and smote the waters that were in the river, in the sight of Pharaoh, and in the sight of his servants, and all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood. They were turned to blood. And the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank, and the Egyptian could not drink of the water of the river, and there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt. He said, gonna plague America just like this. As before, he said. And the musicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened. Because Most High goes harden his heart that he can get him a name. Everybody know about the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Neither did he hearken unto them, as the Most High had said. And Pharaoh turned and went into his house. Neither did he set his heart to do this also. And all the Egyptians digged round about the river for water to drink, but they could not drink of the water of the river. And 7 days were fulfilled after that the Most High had smitten the river. Okay? One plague. Look at Exodus 8 and 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, go unto Pharaoh, and say unto him, thus said the Most High, let my people go, that they may serve me. as we say it now, let the children of Israel go, that we may serve the Most High. But no. And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all thy borders with frogs. Most High say, I'm going to smite all your borders with frogs. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly. He already made it blood. Now he said the river's going to bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and into thy bedchamber, and upon thy red bed, and into the house of thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thine ovens, and into thy niggling troughs. Y'all ready for this? Y'all think the Most High cannot do that because of whatever technology you think you got now? Y'all better think again. Y'all gonna be cooking and next thing you know, frogs will be coming out the ovens. Y'all gonna be going to your bedroom and frogs will be coming out of the headboard everywhere. Oh, it can't happen. He said what he said. He said, I'm gonna smite Egypt just like before. That's what I read. What you read? Look. It said, and the frogs shall come up both on thee and upon thy people, and upon all thy servants. And the frogs, they said, they put warts on you. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying unto Aaron, stretch forth thine hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. Now we already got plagues on the earth right now. You add this to all the plagues that you got that the Most High bringing on this earth that we see. And the musicians did so with their enchantments and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. They instead of that's kind of stupid. Seems like they would, if they could bring the frogs up, so they get rid of the frogs and put them back in the water, right? Musicians did so with their enchantments and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, entreat the Most High, that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go, that they may do sacrifice unto the Most High. And Moses said unto Pharaoh, glory over me. When shall I entreat for thee, and for thy servants, and for thy people, to destroy the frogs from thee and thy houses? They all in the houses, they everywhere, that they may remain in the river only. And he said, tomorrow. Remember, the blood of the rivers and all the places that water existed to drink is nasty, it's stinking. Fish dead, now it's bringing frogs. Out of that nasty, bloody water, here come the frogs. Y'all gotta see this. They are there everywhere. Warts while they getting all over people. What frogs give you warts? All on the bodies of them and everything. And he said, tomorrow. And he said, be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto the Most High power, our power. You see that? And the frogs shall depart from thee, and from thy houses, and from thy servants, and from thy people. They shall remain in the river only. So you can get rid of the frogs. When the stupid musicians came up and they brought more frogs up instead of taking the frogs that was coming out of the river, sending them back in the river. Dumb. We could do the same thing. Okay, we're going to bring more frogs on the people. And Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh. And Moses cried unto the Most High because of the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh. Now, mind you, nothing's happening in our land. We live in Goshen and different places that we was living in. We ain't dealing with no frogs as Israelites. The Most High did according to the word of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the villages, and out of the fields. Can you imagine that stank? That's man. And they gathered them together upon heaps, and the land stank. Come on. Y'all ready for this? Now, y'all think the Most High's word ain't true, huh? He said gonna bring on upon Egypt as before. Along with all these diseases and plagues and pestilence that's going on right now. And remember he said the sword and food shortage, famine, and death. And they gathered them together upon heaps, and the land stank. But when Pharaoh saw that there was respite, he hardened his heart and hearkened not unto them, as the Most High has said. And the Most High said unto Moses, saying to Aaron, stretch out thy rod and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. Lice. And they did so. For Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast. All the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. All the ground became lice, covered with lice. No matter where you walked, wherever you was at, lice was coming everywhere. And the resistance did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice. But they could not. But there were lice upon man and upon beasts, and lice upon them, eat them up. They couldn't do this. But you see, they're trying to do the same enchantments. They're using their enchantments to do the same thing that the Most High is doing. But they couldn't do it. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of the Most High. They acknowledge. That's what I'm saying. What do the Most High have to do now for you to wake up and realize this is the finger of the Most High? How many people got to kill to get your attention to know that it's the finger of the Most High? These plagues, he already said, we read about them. We ain't finished though. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of the Most High. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, because the Most High said he gonna harden his heart to get him a name. And he hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Most High had said. He said that. And the Most High said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh forth to the water, and say unto him, thus said the Most High, let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thy houses. And the houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, and also the ground whereon they are. Flies, maggots, all over. You know, flies, they gonna lay their little eggs. Maggots gonna be everywhere too. Don't forget about that. Along with these swarms of flies comes the maggots. And I will cut in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies may be there. To the end thou mayest know that I am the Most High in the midst of the earth. Hear that? Just give him a name. And you're going to know that he is the Most High in the midst of the earth in these last days, all you that's playing around. Believe this. And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Same thing is written for us. Those that's going to repent and come back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, cry unto the Most High, and do what he say do, have faith in him. I will put a division between my people, letting them know. It's going to be a division between the 12 tribes of Israel. We don't define who the Most High's people are. Exodus, 3 and 10. We define that. Children of Israel. And thy people. So we put a difference between us, living in the land of Goshen, and the Egyptians, wherever they lived at, in the land of Egypt. Tomorrow shall this sign be. And the Most High did so. And there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh, and into the servants' houses, and into all the land of Egypt. The land was corrupted by reason of the swarm of flies. Can you imagine a room full of nothing but flies everywhere? Your room was full of flies. And they keep coming, and piling on each other, piling on you. You steady, flies everywhere. They made movies about it, but they don't amount to what this is saying. And Pharaoh called for Moses and for Aaron and said, go ye, sacrifice to your God in the land. Go sacrifice to the Most High in the land. And Moses said, it is not meet so to do. It's not right so to do. But we shall sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians to the Most High our power. Lo, shall we sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians before their eyes? And will they not stone us? We will go 3 days' journey into the wilderness and sacrifice to the Most High our power, as he shall command us. As the Most High gonna tell us how we gotta sacrifice. Not sacrificing amongst the Egyptians and what they have to offer as a sacrifice. We have our own means of how we have to sacrifice to the Most High. That's why he said we're gonna sacrifice as the Most High command us. And Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that ye may sacrifice to the Most High your power in the wilderness. Only ye shall not go very far away. Entreat for me. And Moses said, behold, I go out from thee, and I will entreat the Most High, that the swarms of flies may depart from Pharaoh, from his service, and from his people. Tomorrow. But let not Pharaoh deal deceitfully anymore in not letting the people go to sacrifice to the Most High. Say, don't be lying. You say you're going to do it. And Moses went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Most High. And the Most High did according to the word of Moses. And he removed the swarms of flies. That's why it's important, man. See how the connection that the Most High had with Moses? And the Most High did according to the word of Moses. And he removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his service, and from his people. There remaineth not one. Killed them all. And Pharaoh hardened his heart, as the Most High says he's going to do, at this time also. Neither would he let the people go. He let nobody go. I ain't letting y'all go. Exodus 9:1. Then the Most High said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh and tell him, thus said the Most High power of the Hebrews. That's why we call ourselves Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew is our language. We were called the Hebrews first. We the Israelites. Our nation. Let my people go. Let the 12 tribes of Israel go, that they may serve me. For if thou refuse to let them go, and will hold them still, behold, the hand of the Most High is upon thy cattle, which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. There shall be a very grievous murrain. See, I'm going to kill all of them. And the Most High shall sever, cut between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt. He say he's going to make a difference. We say, he said, verse 23, verse of chapter 8, he said, I will make a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be. Here it is. He telling Exodus 9:4, and the Most High shall sever between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt, and there shall nothing die of all that is the children of Israel. Now, that's why it's important for us to see what the Most High is doing and know that he heard our cry. And he's bringing these plagues upon them because he heard our cry. We got to cry now. Praying hard to the Most High. Look what he said in Exodus 3. In 15, and the Most High said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Most High power of your fathers. This is his name. The power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. Abraham, who had a son named Isaac, who had a son named Jacob. What did he say? Have sent me unto you. This is my name forever. And this is my memorial unto all generations. That's why you hear me saying the power of Abraham, power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. So if you're not of the 12 tribes of Israel, the Most High is not your power. Look what he told in verse 16. He said, go, Moses, and gather the elders of Israel together, and say unto them, the Most High power of your fathers, again, the power of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you and seen that which is done to you in Egypt. See? So he's seen what was happening with us in captivity, slavery, and bondage. As we cried to him, and he heard our cry. That's why he's saying he's delivering us. Going back to Exodus 9th chapter. Verse 4, and the Most High shall sever or cut between the cattle of Israel, our cattle, and the cattle of Egypt, these Egyptians, these Hamites. And there shall nothing die of all that is the children of Israel. And the Most High appointed a set time, saying, tomorrow the Most High shall do this thing in the land. And the Most High did that thing on the morrow. And all the cattle of Egypt died. But of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one. And Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not one of the cattle of the Israelites dead. Go check them out. They came back, gave him a report. None of their cattle died. And the heart of Pharaoh, the mind of Pharaoh, was hardened, and he did not let the people go. The Most High said unto Moses and to Aaron, take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. Take ashes, throw it up in the air, the sight of Pharaoh. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth with flames upon man and upon beasts throughout all the land of Egypt. Hear that? Boils all over their body. He gonna throw this up in the air, and boils gonna come all over their body. You imagine that? You had a boil, you know that hurt. And the musician could not stand before Moses because of the boils. They was vexed with the boils. They couldn't stand before Moses because of the boils. For the boil was upon the musicians and upon all the Egyptians. And the Most High hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Most High had spoken unto Moses. And the Most High said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, thus said the Most High power of the Hebrews, let my people go, that they may serve me. And I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. You hear that? This is the Most High getting him a name. Like he gonna get him a name for the last time on this earth. For the last time, the very last time. That's gonna last forever and ever and ever. Believe this. All y'all that's playing around, think this a joke, we're gonna find out who's gonna laugh last. Most High already said he's gonna laugh at you. He's going to mock you and laugh at you with his angels. Can you imagine that? To hear the Most High laughing? Whew. Listen to what he said. Verse 14. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. For now I will stretch out my hand, that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth. And in very deed, for this cause have I raised thee up, for to show in thee my power. You know, you look at that Most High reign in the kingdom of men. It says, set up over it the bases of men. Daniel 4:17. For to show in them my power. You hear that? To show in them his power. And that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. That's why you hear me saying the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. As yet exaltest thou thyself against my people, that thou wilt not let them go. Behold, tomorrow, about this time, I will cause it to rain a very grievous hail. You're going to bring hail down, such as have not been in Egypt, since the foundation thereof, even until now. Then therefore, send therefore now, and gather thy cattle, and all that thou hast in the field, for upon every man and beast which shall be found in the field, and shall not be brought home, the hail shall come down upon them, and they shall die. He that feared the word of the Most High among the servants of Pharaoh made his servants and his cattle flee into the houses. And he that regarded not the word of the Most High left his servants and his cattle in the field. So some feared the Most High, but what he's saying, after seeing all these things done, it's going to be 10 plagues he done. They were smart enough to take their cattle and their servants in the houses, be covered up from this hail. Some that didn't, left the servants and the cattle in the field, right? And the Most High said unto Moses, stretch forth thine hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field throughout all the land of Egypt. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and the Most High sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground. So it's fire, which is hail. And the thunder, you know how loud the thunder could be. Thunder be so loud it make you stand still, make you sit, be quiet. Voice of the Most High. He held it, but he got fire going along the ground. Ooh. And the Most High rained hail upon the land of Egypt. So there was hail, and fire mingled with the hail. You hear that? There was hail, and fire mingled with the hail. Man. So there was hail, and fire mingled with the hail. Very grievous, such that there was none like it in all the land of Egypt since it became a nation. Unbelievable. Because hail is water, ain't it? Solid water, but fire coming down with the hail, it is not melting. Whew. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field, and break every tree of the field. You know that? The hail smote every herb of the field, and break every tree of the field. Man, this was powerful hail, y'all. Only in the land of Goshen, where we were as the Israelites, where the children of Israel were, was there no hail. And Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron, and said unto them, I have sinned this time. I mean, he said that fire coming down from heaven. He's scared. He said, I have sinned this time. The Most High is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. There it is. He said, the Most High is righteous. He said, I and my people are wicked. Entreat the Most High, for it is enough that there be no more mighty thunderings. I'll tell you that thunderous kids, they scared them. Tell them how loud it was. Thunderings and hail, and I will let you go, and you shall stay no longer. And Moses said unto him, as soon as I am gone out of the city, I will spread abroad my hands unto the Most High, and the thunder shall cease. Neither shall there be any more hail, that thou mayest know how that the earth is the Most High's. And all you going to know that the earth is the Most High's. If you don't know now, you're going to know. He going to visit you wherever you are and think he don't see you. And the things you're doing that's wicked, now what he say? What Pharaoh say? The same thing right now. That's why I went to this lessons on spiritual warfare where you trusted in the shadow of Pharaoh. Same thing. Trusting the shadow of this world. Gonna be your downfall. Most High telling you do this and you do something else. That's why a lot of times you gotta follow your first mind. The Most High you pray, Most High show you certain things, you gotta follow your first mind. Or you're gonna be laughed at. Then Moses said unto him, as soon as I am gone out of the city, I will spread abroad my hands unto the Most High, and the thunder shall cease. Neither shall there be any more hail, that thou mayest know how that the earth is the Most High's. See, a lot of y'all don't believe that. Y'all believe the earth is the superpower of the earth more than the Most High or whoever's in charge. Say this, y'all follow whatever. That's why I say what he said earlier when we first started saying, my people are what? Sheep, a flock led to the slaughter. He said, you sheep led to the slaughter because we the lost 12 tribes of Israel. Lost sheep of the 12 tribes of Israel. Led to the slaughter. All you that's not going to come back to the reality of the Most High's word. Learn it, live it, and apply it in your life every day. Or, you got the same thing coming. You see the Egyptians coming. But as for thee and thy servants, I know that ye will not yet fear the Most High. Even though he said, I have sinned this time. The Most High is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. What he said. But as for thee, verse 30, and thy servants, I know that you will not yet fear the Most High. Like a lot of you out there don't fear the Most High. And the flax and the barley was smitten, for the barley was in the ear, and the flax was boiled, ready to be harvested. But the wheat and the rye were not smitten, for they were not grown up. And Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh and spread abroad his hands unto the Most High, and the thunders and hail ceased, and the rain was not poured upon the earth. And when Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunders were ceased, he sinned yet more and hardened his heart, he and his servants. That's why the Most High gonna smite Egypt again as he did before. This land in the heart of Pharaoh was hardened. Neither would he let the children of Israel go, as the Most High had spoken by Moses. Wouldn't let us go. Here we are, still in the Egyptian captivity. Exodus 10. Oh yeah, I'm going through these plagues tonight. Most High say he's going to plague Egypt as before, so let's see what he did. Y'all think what his word not true? And the Most High said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart in the heart of his servants, that I might show these my signs before him, and that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son what things I have wrought in Egypt. Let your sons and your sons' sons hear these passages of the plagues that the Most High said he's going to bring upon Egypt again, as you seeing and looking at and hearing right now. And that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son what things I, that's the Most High, have wrought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know how that I am the Most High. Are you doing this? That's what we got to do. To our sons, they can tell their son's son. And Moses and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh and said unto him, thus said the Most High power of the Hebrews, how long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself? Because you're very prideful. Before me, let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, you don't want to let them go? If thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into thy coats, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. Hear that? You ain't gonna be able to see the earth. We talking about vast land. You're not gonna be able to see the earth. He said he's gonna cover the whole earth with locusts. Y'all ready for this? I think some of y'all might have forgot, or some of y'all may come in late. Mosai said, verse 11 of 2nd Ezra 15th chapter, he said, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. That's what we're reading. That's why we're in here. Look at these plagues that he said he's going to smite our captors and all the people that have us in captivity. Egypt in captivity, slavery, and bondage. He said, as before. That's why we're here. Look at these plagues that he brought upon Egypt before. Talk about here in America. And will destroy all the land thereof, as is written in the scriptures. But we look at these plagues. He said he's going to do to this place as before. But y'all don't believe in it. Y'all don't believe in him. Y'all don't believe that it can happen, do you? Would you ask anybody that's seen a hurricane coming, knowing it's coming? They had to go through that. Ask somebody that went through a tornado coming, knowing that it's coming, or had to be involved in it. Earthquake, a tidal wave, snowstorms like never before, or fires. Oh, the Most High said you're going to be visited. Isaiah 29:6, he talk about what he's going to do again. Beyond all the things I just named. You got to deal with this. He said death, famine, sword. Come on. Better get yourself right with him before it's too late. He said these locusts, verse 5, Exodus 10, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. And they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field, and they shall fill thy houses. These were locusts. In the houses of all thy servants, in the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers have seen, since the day that